Forget everything you've seen in action movies. Bruce Lee makes it look amazing, but in the real world, aiming for the head in a street fight is, frankly, one of the most dangerous things you can do, both physically and legally. You might think a quick punch to the jaw is just standard self-defense, but the data paints a really harsh reality. If you knock someone out and they hit their head on the concrete, suddenly you're looking at a life-altering manslaughter charge. Your whole life ruined in a second. But as we look at the pro trainer blueprints, there's actually a vastly safer way to protect yourself. Okay, so let's dive into this, because what if the absolute best, most effective strike in a dangerous altercation isn't to the face at all? Elite professional fighters actually rely on a very specific secret weapon, the body shot. By targeting specific organs and nerve clusters, you can immediately disable a threat, keep yourself out of handcuffs, and most importantly, walk away safely. Notice the stark contrast in risk here. On one side, we've got headshots. The variables are just completely out of your control. Even a light punch can lead to a devastating fall or permanent brain damage. But on the flip side, we have body shots. When executed properly, a body strike safely neutralizes the attacker. Instead of falling backward like a chopped tree and hitting the pavement, their body involuntarily folds forward. It ends the fight immediately. It preserves their life, and it preserves your freedom. In this explainer, we're breaking down a pro trainer's blueprint. We'll be covering 1. The true cost of fighting, 2. The solar plexus, 3. The liver strike, 4. The biomechanics of maximum power, 5. Distance control drills, and 6. Why escape is the ultimate goal. Section 1. The true cost of fighting and why walking away has to be step 1. Section 2. Target 1. The solar plexus, the ultimate breathing disruptor. Listen, before we even talk about throwing a single strike, you have to remember that de-escalation is the goal. Walking away is always step 1. But if you're trapped, if walking away literally isn't an option, you need to know exactly what to do. Target 1 is the solar plexus. Pro fighters absolutely love this target because, well, it requires way less pinpoint accuracy than trying to hit a moving chin. Anatomically speaking, it's this complex bundle of nerves sitting right in the dead center of your abdomen, directly below where your ribs separate. Seriously, touch your own solar plexus right now. Give it a press. You can instantly feel just how vulnerable that spot is, right? And this brilliantly illustrates why a strike there is so devastating. You simply cannot armor the solar plexus with muscle. It's impossible. It remains totally unprotected. When it gets struck, it causes instant systemic shock. But here's the absolute worst part for the attacker. It sits right over the diaphragm, which is your main breathing muscle. A solid hit there completely paralyzes the diaphragm, instantly blows all the air out of the lungs, and literally forces the attacker to the floor, just gasping for air. It's a real game changer. Section 3. Target 2. The liver strike, which is basically sensory nerve overload. So sometimes a fight turns into this tense, chaotic, close-quarters scuffle, and your attacker is just relentless. This is where the liver strike becomes your ultimate equalizer. The liver is your largest internal organ. It's located right there on the upper right side of your abdomen, tucked just beneath the ribcage. And man, it is packed to the brim with these highly sensitive sensory nerve fibers that are designed to detect even the slightest bit of pressure. Tap your own upper right abdomen for a second. Even a light tap feels kind of uncomfortable, doesn't it? Now imagine a full force punch landing right there. It is catastrophic. Because the liver is connected to these massive nervous system pathways, a strike overloads those nerves completely, sending a literal shockwave through the entire body. Just like with the solar plexus, it severely disrupts the diaphragm rhythm. It makes it physically impossible to inhale. And the crazy thing is, they won't go unconscious. Their brain is perfectly awake to experience it, but the immediate debilitating pain is so overwhelming that the body just involuntarily shuts down. Even highly conditioned professional fighters immediately drop to their knees when hit perfectly in the liver. They literally have no choice. Section 4. The biomechanics of maximum power and how to generate torque safely. So, how do elite fighters actually generate the torque needed to deliver these fight-ending strikes? Well, power doesn't come from your arms. It comes from your core. It's all about building a perfect kinetic chain. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. You shift your body weight to one side, really loading up those legs. Step 2. Aggressively turn your hip. This torso rotation is what generates massive core torque. And step 3, you don't just aim for the skin, you drive the punch completely through the target. Follow the slow motion path here. To execute this from close quarters, you drop your weight to your left, tightly rotate that hip, and throw an upward left hand directly under their right rib cage.
Notice how the contrasting colors highlight the exact impact point. You have to imagine your fist driving entirely through their body. That follow-through is absolutely crucial because it ensures the biomechanical kinetic energy fully impacts the organ itself, not just the surface muscle.
Section 5. Distance control and target drills for managing the space. Now, perfect mechanics only work if you actually have the space to use them. In a real-world scenario, attackers get right up in your face, chest to chest, and that makes the danger of a brutal headbutt extremely high. So the crucial point is mastering this practice sequence to manage the distance. First, get your hands up defensively, palms facing out, and say clearly, "I don't want to fight." Second, take a quick step back with your rear foot. This instantly creates space and eliminates that headbutt threat. Third, pushing off that planted foot, rotate your hip and fire a straight right hand directly into their solar plexus.
Finally, Section 6. Escape. The ultimate goal to survive and evade. Before we wrap up this explainer, we need a really serious disclaimer. These strikes are strictly a last resort. Make no mistake, a power punch to the liver or solar plexus can rupture organs and cause massive internal damage. You only use this when you have zero other options. Which leaves us with this provocative thought. The perfect strike is the one you only use to survive. Are you prepared to walk away first? The goal isn't to stand victoriously over your opponent like a movie star. The goal is to drop them fast, turn around, and sprint to safety. Elite situational awareness and immediate escape, that is the only true way you win.